Here we'll look at solving a quadratic equation and they're telling us to use the quadratic formula. Now in the future sometimes they'll just leave it up to you, and the quadratic formula really comes in handy when something doesn't factor, so you know it's not going to work out to a nice like 1/2 or 3 or -2 or 7, a nice answer. Probably going to have a square root left in it. But here they're telling us to use it so we don't have to worry that we just want to do it this way. And so quadratic formula looks like this, and it's for solving things that are in the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So you notice if you match that up to mine, it has to be equal to 0, so we can say what a, b, and c are. So a is 6, b is -9, and c is 1. So when I'm new to this, what I like to do is write down the equation, and then write down the equation, but leave a whole bunch of blank spaces, and parentheses work great for this. If you don't use enough parentheses, it can matter, especially here, like where you square a number, or here where there's a negative out front. So I like to leave myself a bunch of blank spaces and then fill my numbers in. So wherever there's a b, I'm putting -9. See how there's a negative from the formula and for a negative on the number we plugged in? That's probably one of the biggest mistakes I see. But if you do this kind of blanks and then fill them in, it helps alleviate that, or makes it harder to make that mistake, I guess. And so where there's an A, I'm going to put a 6. And where there's a C, I'm going to put a 1. And so after that, it's really just all about simplifying this. And so I just think order of operations type stuff. And go, okay, this -9 will give me 9 plus or minus -9 squared, so -9 times -9 is 81. And then minus 4 times 6 times 1, so -24. And all over 2 times 6, which is 12. And so just keep simplifying until we can't anymore. So this is 9 plus or minus square root of 57, 81 minus 24. All over 12. And notice 57 doesn't have any factors, and certainly not any factors that are perfect squares. And so this is my answer if I can't simplify anymore. And also when you look at 9 and 12, I know 9 and 12 have a common factor, but see how that would have to work for all the terms, not just for these two? 9's not a factor at the top, it's added to square root of 57. So don't forget this means you have two different answers, 9 plus square root of 57 over 12. And 9 minus square root of 57 over 12 are both solutions to my original 6x squared minus 9x plus 1 equation.